Every traveler needs a way to navigate both on and off-road, especially off-road. So for this, you need a device. During all those years of adventure riding, I've tested a lot of devices, and I've narrowed down my search to 4 of them, and I chose 2. To find out why and which devices I chose and what is my preferred way of navigating, please stay with me and follow this video. Thank you. There are really only 4 types of devices that you could use for navigate, and I'm going to present them to you to present some of their advantages, some of their disadvantages, and at the end I will show you how I use 2 of the devices to navigate and what is the mobility that I have using them. So really on the market there is only 2 big names, 2 big brands that you could consider when navigating on and off-road. One is better than the other in my opinion. So there is the Garmin device, and there's the TomTom device. For the TomTom, it's a great device, especially the latest versions of the TomTom are very, very good, but they are very good on-road. Off-road, this device cannot track you, cannot make a track, cannot follow a track, cannot make a route. I don't know why up until now TomTom decided not to upgrade it and to make it a little bit more off-road oriented, but it's their decision and it is what it is. The other one that you could use for navigation is a handheld device from Garmin. What I have now here is the GPS Map 62 by Garmin. It's a great little device. It's very rugged, it's very reliable. The only disadvantage that I see here is that the size of the screen is not the one that I would like or I would prefer to use when navigating on and off-road, but nevertheless it's a very dependable one. It's a very good, the antenna here has a great signal and acquires satellites immediately, and yeah, it's very glove friendly as it is with physical buttons. So in my experience of using this device, I've never had any problems. The only disadvantage that I see is the size screen. The other device, it's a newer one. It's also from Garmin. It's the Garmin ZUmo XT, the latest version of Garmin. Here we are dealing with a 5.5-inch diagonal, and it is really great. It is really nice to use into the sun. It has no glare, and it has the latest and greatest from Garmin, the latest online advantages. So you can put in your tracks or your routes, you can create a route online, and you can wirelessly transfer it to your device. And yeah, I really like this device. It's specifically made for motorcycle riders, for motorcycles. So that means this device is waterproof, is sunproof, is vibration proof, and it's as far as I tested, very friendly when wearing gloves. Now the fourth possibility that you have, of course, it's a phone. A phone with an application, with a dedicated application. I used to do this. I used to navigate using a phone, whether it's, I tried with Android, I've tried with iPhones. Of course, iPhone is my preferred phone and my day-to-day phone. It is great. It is very good. It is super fast and super responsive, and the apps are absolutely amazing. The only downsides are that are not specifically, these telephones are not specifically made for navigation in the sun, with vibration, in the rain. Yeah, and it is not, I don't feel safe using an expensive phone on my handlebar to be subjected to high vibrations and to rain and to all the conditions. You could say that yes, I could purchase a cheaper one, but to be honest, I really like the possibility to use my device with the gloves and to be reassured or to be mentally safe that okay, this device is specifically made for navigation and it's rugged and it's how it's supposed to be in terms of navigation. As I said, for me personally, what works best now is the combination between the Garmin ZUmo XT and the phone with a paid app. Why? First of all, the Garmin ZUmo XT, it's a brand new device from Garmin. It has all the functionality almost as a phone. The touchscreen is very responsive, is very glove friendly, so it is very easy to use with the glove. It is very simple to upload into your device the tracks that you pre-made at home before the trip, or even share it with your friends. This is my preferred way of navigating, and this is the device that I chose. Why I'm still using a phone and for what? I'm still continuing to use my paid application called Gaia GPS, because sometimes maybe over the campfire or maybe during the adventure ride, you need to see a little bit more in perspective to see it fast. You need to have some more layers to see the terrain that surrounds you, to see all the waypoints that you need to be, to see, for example, if you're in the off-road, you can have the topographic layer and you can see the curves, the altitude. It can tell you a lot more information than the Garmin can. And for this reason, I keep my phone with me. Of course, you always have to have your phone with you, but not as a primary way or means to navigate. I just keep it with me in my pocket or in my phone mount on top of my tank bag, but it is not used as a primary device for navigating. For this, I have the Garmin ZUmo XT. Now, I would like to show you how I use this Garmin ZUmo both for my new BMW and for my CRF300L. It is very simple, it is not so expensive, and for me, the possibility to swap between bikes and to change immediately the same device from one bike to another, it's absolutely great. For the BMW, I'm using the same standard mount that comes from the factory, but I'm not using the Navigator 6, which is also produced by Garmin. I'm using the Garmin ZUmo XT. Of course, I lost the ability of using the Wonder Wheel to control the navigator, but it's not important for me because all the information that I need is already on the dashboard. So for this, I'm using the ZUmo XT. There is a company in Italy, you can find them online, who are producing very high quality products for navigation, and specifically for the BMWR1250GS. They have this mount. This is the 3D printed mount, and this mount, it's very easy to install. You just use the standard support that Garmin sends in the kit when you are purchasing the XT, and you're putting it into the cradle of the Navigator 6. Of course, there is a possibility to lock it. It's very easy to install. There are a lot of videos on YouTube showing you how to install it. Let me show you how easy it is. That's it. It's on the bike, and then you can lock it, and nobody can take, of course, with enough force, everything can be broken, but now it's not so easy when you go into a petrol station or when you go to the toilet, into a restaurant. You're not having the fear that somebody might steal your expensive Garmin XT. Of course, then when I want to use my Garmin for another bike, in my case the CRF300L, it's just easy. I take it up from here, and I put it here in the same mount. I purchased an extra mount from Garmin, which I installed on my CRF300 fairing, and I put it here. Now I can use the ZUmo XT when adventure riding with the CRF300L. The disadvantage in this case is that there is no possibility yet to lock it, so I always have to be careful to take it with me when I go into a petrol station or into a restaurant. But for off-road navigation and for adventure riding, there is no problem. And I used a very simple way to mount it. I made support myself, and I would like to show it to you. It's just a simple metallic support. It looks like this. It's the shape of the support of the Garmin. These wings, I've bent it into an angle, I've drilled it, and I attached it to the fairing that the motorcycle already has. So it's very easy to install, very easy to mount. I've used the accessory port that the Honda CRF300L has, so it has power only when the motorcycle is turned on, so there is no fear of draining the battery. So yeah, this is the way I mounted it on the CRF300L. So there we go, guys. These are the ways that I chose to navigate. In my opinion, this is perfect. Again, the Garmin, it is waterproof, sunproof, vibration proof. It is specifically specifically designed to work as a GPS. And of course, the beauty of having with you always a smartphone is that you can take advantage of the great features that an application like Gaia GPS Pro that I have could offer you, to put layers, to better see the terrain, and to have a better perspective view over the place that you are. So I will put into the link below the company that I used to purchase and install the Garmin ZUmo XT for the BMWR1250GSA in my case. And yeah, it's very simple to homemade, to home produce support to have it installed on your other motorcycle, or if you have a dual sport bike, but you need to have a fairing or some sort of support to benefit for the full experience with Garmin ZUmo XT. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Lately it has grown a little bit more than I was expecting. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe this video if you liked it. And very soon, when I will find the time, I will make more videos, especially with my new motorcycle, the BMWR1250GS. So be sure to be subscribed and to have the notification bell on, so that you can be notified when I upload a video. This is Dragos for you speaking, wishing you a great day and a great week. Ciao!